What is up, guys? Silver Warrior here, and today what I wanted to provide for you is a review of the entire year of 2016's silver prices. And I am on an amazing website I just found called bullionvolt.com. You can't really see this thing because my cameras are not the most amazing in the world. There we go. But I'm going to be using their chart today, and as of now, silver sits at $16.12 USD per troy ounce. And I just want to kind of review the prices throughout the entire year and just kind of talk about, what key events were going on at that time, if any at all, that made the prices the way they were. Now, we started off 2016 pretty bleak, looking pretty bleak for silver prices. They started at a little bit above $14 an ounce, around $14.50 an ounce. And they were kind of dipping, going up and down, and they really didn't look like they were going to be moving. By halfway through February, they had, broken $15 an ounce maybe once. That was barely. However, once we hit, February 16th, we kind of saw prices shoot up a little bit. Not crazily, but they went up, and they kind of climbed, and they went up to around 50 an ounce as high as was around $16 an ounce or so. And they kind of dipped and climbed again. They kind of plateaued at around maybe $15.80 to like $16.50 an ounce area. And for a while they kind of remained stagnant like this. They almost went down below 15 again before they experienced their first major spike for the year. And that was right at the end of April, beginning of May. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know what caused this price spike. And sorry about that. It was mainly due to just some of the fears that were going on at the time in the United States with the election, the way it was beginning to look, as well as the fears of Brexit occurring. You see, even back then, because Brexit didn't happen until, I'm going to say June 16th, I think it was the date that Brexit was officially confirmed. But even in beginning of May, there was already a lot of speculation that was what Great Britain was going to decide on doing. And so it spiked up as high as $18 an ounce. It was right around, and then it kind of, as everything kind of settled out, people were like, all right, things might return back to normal. It really kind of fell back down. We saw it as low as $16 an ounce again before it's kind of shot back up right at June 16th. And you see that, of course, we all know was because of Brexit. Prices began shooting up, they kind of dipped down, and then they experienced the largest increase of the year and the highest price just in general that they would get to enjoy in 2016, and that was when they shot all the way up to a little bit over $20 an ounce. And they managed to, for a month and a half, just about, they managed to stay around there in the $20 area. And they dipped between $19 and $20 an ounce, but it was oftentimes above $20 an ounce. And then we saw it shoot back down at the end of August, beginning of September. It shot down to around 18 an ounce, 18.50 an ounce area. It climbed back up, and this is where the most interesting things for silver really happened, was between September and December of 2016. So the prices fell to around $18.50 an ounce. They shot back up to around $19.50 an ounce. They fell back down to $18.70-ish. Shot back up to around $19.20-ish, and they climbed up. That was the highest they'd climbed up after the whole Brexit fear was kind of over, was around $19.50 an ounce, before they shot way down to $17.80-ish an ounce. And that was when I made my one video about how silver prices had taken a huge hit and what it, kind of explained what it meant. and we saw them, you know, below $18 an ounce. They kind of climbed back up to $18.50 for a little while before they shot down at the near the end of November. They shot back down to around 16.50 an ounce, which is a pretty big decrease. I think that was the largest actually decline. Yeah, it was the largest falling of silver was around that time period, you know, right down to like that 16.50 area. And then they kind of climbed back up, their way back up to 17, and then just, you know, a little bit ago, like just like a day or two ago, I think it was like 2 days ago now, silver prices shot down a whole dollar in like a single day, and that's why they're sitting around 16.11, because they were at 17, you know, 17.05 ish when I last saw them, and then I saw the next day they're like 16, you know, low 16s. I was like, you know, what's going on here? And the prices were really hit hard. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting to kind of look at the key events and how they affect the price of silver, and just try to understand, you know, what's going on, so you can try to predict what will happen in the future of prices. And it's just interesting in general to look at, you know, what's going on with silver currently, so we can try to figure out what will happen next year. But I hope you enjoyed the video. That is it for this one. Peace, love, and much respect.